In the today's session, we are going to discuss about transient behavior and initial conditions. So before starting, let me know about some basic parameters about networks. Those are about what is meant by steady state, transition period, or we can say transition state, and what are the initial conditions of the given network. So after that, we'll discuss behavior of basic elements like resistors, capacitors, and inductors. So, a network in which branch currents and node voltages are not changing with respect to time is said to be in steady state. Once again, I'll repeat. For a given network, if currents and voltages are not changing with respect to time, it is called as steady state. If you are varying the time with respect to time, if there is no change in the currents and voltages of the given network, that kind of state is called as steady state. If the voltages and currents in the circuit are having constant amplitude and frequency throughout the time interval of these parameter measurement, then such network is said to be steady state. So in other words, we can say that if voltages and currents for a given network having constant amplitude and the frequency throughout the complete time interval for the calculation of these parameters. Calculation of these parameters means like currents, voltages we are measuring. If all these values are remain same throughout the time interval, then the state is called as then the network state is called as steady state. When network is switched from one condition to another by change in applied voltage or by changing one of the circuit elements during the a period of time, branch currents and voltages change from their former values to new one. Former values means older values to new one. This time interval is called as transition period. So it means when network is changing its conditions from one, switching means changing from one condition to another by change. How it is changing, how it is switching, the network is switching from one condition to another condition. It means there is a change in applied voltage or change in current, then only there is a switch from one condition to another condition. During this time interval is called as transition period. Transition period means a network is said to be switching from one condition to other condition because of their change in branch currents, because of their change in applied voltage. That time interval, switching from one condition to another condition, during this time interval, that time interval is called as transition period. So the response of the network during this transition period is called as transient response of network. Once again, I will repeat. Transition period we already know, that is a network changing its condition from one condition to older to newer condition. It happens because of what? There is a change in current or there is a change in applied voltage. This time interval, switching from one condition to another condition, this time interval is called as transition period. So during this time interval, during the transition period, if we are going to calculate response means output of the network, then during this transition period called as transient response of the network. Transient response of the network means the response or output of the network during this period. During this period means during the transition period is called as transient response of the network. Let us discuss initial conditions of the network. Initial conditions means, see here, assume that at reference time t equal to 0, the network condition is changed by switching action. Switching action means on and off. Let us afterwards we'll come to know that what is meant by exactly the meaning of this one. Okay, now the network conditions at this instant are called as initial conditions. At time t equal to 0, that condition is called as initial conditions. To distinguish between the time just before and just immediately after, before t equal to 0, after t equal to 0. Now we know that initial condition means reference time. Reference time means t equal to 0.
Your screen is not visible.
The network condition, the network condition at time t equal to 0, then that type of condition is called as initial conditions. With respect to reference time, we will see two cases, that is just before t equal to 0, just after t equal to 0. Just before t equal to 0 is called as t0 minus. Just after t equal to 0, that is represented as t0 plus. So to distinguish between the time, the just before and just immediately after the condition of network is changed, we will use negative and positive signs. T0 minus, it indicates it is just before t equal to 0, and t of 0 plus, that indicates it is just immediately after t equal to 0. So at a reference time, once again we distinguish it into two cases, that is t0 minus and t of 0 plus. Similarly, the network conditions just before switch is operated are represented by I0 minus, V0 minus. I is nothing but current, V is nothing but voltage, applied voltage. So with respect to this time, T of 0 minus, the respective currents are represented as I of 0 minus and voltage is represented as V of 0 minus. Similarly, while just after switch, that is with respect to time t of 0 plus, and we are going to operate the network by representing the current as I of 0 plus and voltage as V of 0 plus. This is the notations we are going to use for representing the network at reference time and before, just before reference time, just after reference time. It is clear? I think so. You will see some initial conditions in basic passive elements. Passive elements are resistors, inductors, and capacitors. What will be the conditions for these basic passive elements? We will see one by one. Now, first I will take resistor. Already we are familiar about how to represent resistor. It is a resistor symbol. Through this resistor, the current I is flowing. Say for a resistor having value R, general representation of resistance, the relation between applied voltage and resulting current is, we are going to write it as V equal to I into R. The how much voltage drop across this branch, that is calculated by the formula V, that is equal to the current flowing through this branch, that is this branch has the resistance R, so I multiplied by R. So I'm going to represent it as equation number 1. So our equation is linear. So there is a linear equation is there, and also time independent. This equation is, there is no time. This equation is time independent. So this indicates that the current through the resistor changes instantaneously. The current through the resistor changes instantaneously if applied voltage changes instantaneously. It means if you increase the value of P, simultaneously you will get the value of I. Thus, in resistor, change in current is instantaneous as there is no storage of energy in it. Because there is no storage element, because of that reason, V and I are directly proportional. Okay, let us come to the next passive element, that is inductor. Inductor, it is the representation of the inductor, the branch containing inductor, that is represented as L. Through this branch, current IL is flowing and voltage drop across inductor is represented as V suffix L. L means voltage across inductor. So the relation between current flowing through the inductor and voltage across it is given by VL equal to L multiplied by DIL divided by dt, represented as a equation number 2. Now, if DC current flows through the inductor, if IL is a DC current, it flows through the inductor, then DIL becomes 0. So differentiation of constant. If current is DC, DC means always constant. If differentiation of constant, always 0. Because of that reason, differentiation of IL is nothing but DC current, becomes 0. As DC current is constant with respect to time. Why it is 0? because DC current is constant. Differentiation of constant is 0. Okay. Next, thus, as per DC quantities are considered in steady state, inductor acts as a short circuit. This point you have to remember. If DC quantity, nothing but if we consider the DC current, then inductor acts as a short circuit. Okay. Express inductor current. Now let us calculate inductor current. IL of T 1 divided by current flowing through the inductor is given by IL of T equal to 1 by L integration over the limits minus infinity to T VL dt. Okay. Assume that switching takes place at time t equal to 0. At time t equal to 0, switching takes place. We can split this switching. We can split this switching limits into two intervals, that is minus infinity to 0 and 0 to t. Remember, switching takes place at time t equal to 0. Already we discussed, if it is the reference time, this reference time we are splitting into two cases: just before switch, just after switch. Just before switch, that is represented as t equal to 0 minus. Just immediately after switch, that is represented as t equal to 0 plus. So now I am going to split this integration as minus infinity to 0 and 0 to t. In both the cases, 0 is there. So minus infinity to 0, that one I will consider as a 0 minus just before switch. 0 plus 2t, that is indicated as a just immediately after switch. So we know that 0 minus is just before switch and 0 plus is just after switch. Okay. Now, as per this discussion, now this current equation we can read it as IL of t equal to 1 by L. That integration is divided into two parts, that is minus infinity to 0 minus just before switch plus 1 by L integration over the limits 0 plus, it becomes plus, sorry. Okay, why 0 minus to t VL of dt. So first terms of this equation represents value of inductor current in history period. History period means before the switch. History period means before the switch, which is nothing but initial condition of IL. It acts as an initial condition before switch because we taken reference time t equal to 0. Let it be denoted by IL of 0 minus. So in history is indicated by IL of 0 minus. Now IL of t equal to IL of 0 minus plus 1 by L 0 minus integration over limit 0 minus to t VL of dt. Now, now whatever we discuss, history period and reference time. History period means 0 minus before the switch. Reference time is what? Switching takes place. Switching takes place at time t equal to 0, that is indicated as a reference time. Once again, repeat, 0 minus t equal to 0 minus, it is the history period. History period means before the switch. So this is about the expansion. Now at time t equal to 0 plus, it means we are observing the time network immediately switching takes place. T equal to 0 plus means just immediately after switch happens. So at time t equal to 0 plus, we can write our equation as IL of t equal to, of course it is the history period, IL of 0 minus, because see, observe the integration here, minus infinity to 0 minus is there because of the reason before the reference time. So it becomes the history period, IL of 0 minus plus 1 by L 0 minus integration over the limits 0 minus and 0 plus. What it means? We are observing the applied voltage, the voltage across the circuit, the voltage across the inductor before switching and just immediately after switching. So what happens? That one we are observing. Because of that reason, the time interval before switch and after switch, that one we are observing. That is, so we can write IL of, so what is this? IL of 0 plus is equal to IL of 0 minus. Why it is so? Because integration of this one, Integration over the limits 0 minus and 0 plus. So integration of this part with respect to limits 0 means limits are 0 means this term becomes 0. Hence what we left? What we left? T equal to what? T equal to 0 plus. Substitute here. IL of 0 plus equal to only we left IL of 0 minus. So let us represent it as a equation number 4. From equation 4, what we are getting? Thus, the current through inductor cannot change instantaneously. It means what it means? The current. So from this equation number 4, we can conclude that IL of 0 plus means the current immediately at time t equal to 0 plus, immediately after switch, the current which is present just before the switch, both are equal. It means the current through the inductor cannot change instantaneously. It means what? The current through the inductor before and after, before and after the switching action is same. Before the switch and after the switch, both are same. Because of that reason, we are telling that the current through the inductor cannot change instantaneously. This point we have to remember. Okay, now let us move on to the next basic passive element, that is capacitor. It is the symbol of capacitor, and the current flowing through this branch containing capacitor is represented as IC. I suffix C, C stands for capacitor current, and VC stands for capacitor voltage. Now the relationship between current flowing through the capacitor and voltage across it is given by IC equal to C into differentiation of voltage, that is represented as equation number 5. Now, if DC voltage is applied, see, observe here, if this voltage is DC, if DC voltage is applied to the capacitor, differentiation of this DC voltage becomes 0, because DC voltage is constant, differentiation of constant is 0. Hence, from this we can conclude, hence current through the capacitor, that is becomes 0. So what we are calculating? If this voltage is DC, of course DC voltage means it is constant, differentiation of constant, it becomes 0, hence current is 0, hence IC becomes 0. Thus, as far as DC quantities are considered, capacitor acts as a open circuit. In the previous case for the inductor, what we discussed? Inductor acts as a short circuit. For DC quantities, remember, for DC quantities, inductor acts as a short circuit. For coming to the capacitor, for DC quantities, capacitor acts as a open circuit. Why it is open circuit? You may ask the question. Because open circuit means current is 0. Current is 0 means open circuit. Voltage is 0 means short circuit. This is the basic thing we know. In case of inductor, if current is DC, because once again I will recall, see here, what we are calculating here, we are calculating for the inductor, we are calculating voltage. If the current is DC current means constant, differentiation of this constant, it becomes 0. What is 0? Voltage is 0. Voltage is 0 means short circuit. Coming to the capacitor, what we are calculating? We are calculating the current, IC equal to C into differentiation of voltage. If this voltage is DC, of course it is a constant, differentiation of constant is 0, hence what we are getting? Current is 0. Current is 0 means of course it is open circuit. So for DC quantities are considered, capacitor acts as a open circuit. So up to now we discussed about initial conditions of basic passive elements. Now for the same capacitor, let us calculate the voltage. Express voltage across capacitor. The voltage across capacitor is given by Vc of t equal to 1 by C integration over the limits minus infinity to t Ic dt. I am going to represent as equation number 6. Fine. Now split this integration limits into two parts, that is minus infinity to 0 minus to t. So I splitted this integration limits as minus infinity to 0 minus and 0 minus to t. How we discussed about inductor, similar thing I'm going to represent for, apply for the capacitors. So first term of this RHS equation represents what? This first term. This first term of RHS equation indicates that it is the history period, because observe the limits, minus infinity to 0 minus is there before the switch. Reference time is what? T equal to 0. It is about what? Minus infinity to 0 minus is there just before the switch. So it acts as a history. So represents, history means initial voltage. This indicates initial voltage on capacitor. Let it be denoted by Vc of 0. So this is what? Initial voltage before the switch. So that is, I'm going to represent it as, see, earlier we discussed 0 minus indicates that initial voltage before switch. So this part I'm going to represent as Vc of 0. Fine. Next, at time t equal to 0 plus, just immediately after switch, plus indicates just immediately after switch, what happens above equation? The above equation we can write t equal to what? T equal to 0 plus. Here I am substituting Vc of 0 plus equal to, this is history period, initial voltage, that is Vc of 0 minus plus. So what we taken? We taken t equal to 0 plus. T equal to 0 plus means upper limit is 0 plus. So lower limit is already indicated 0 minus. 0 minus to t. T nothing but 0 plus. Integration of 0 minus to 0 plus Ic dt. So limits are 0. Limits are 0 means this, and this term becomes 0. So what we left? Vc of 0 plus equal to Vc of 0 minus. So from this equation, what we are going to conclude? Thus, the voltage across capacitor cannot change instantaneously. Cannot change instantaneously means before the switch and after the switch, the voltage across capacitor remains same. So this is about basic initial conditions across basic